Good morning. Today we're going to move on to topic 15. This is the last one in your math book. Again, you're going to notice that we've skipped several pages because of the shortened school year and the short number of hours that we spend on a school day and only doing 4 days a week. So I'm trying to touch on everything for you so you're at least exposed to everything from the first grade math curriculum. And then you'll learn more and dig deeper next year, and your teachers will know why. Okay, so we're going to begin topic 15, lesson 1, and it's called More Equal Shares, and it starts on page 817. So if you haven't gotten this out of your bag yet, go ahead and pause the video and go and grab that, and then you can come back and join us. Okay, so the I can statement says that I can determine if a shape or if shapes are divided into equal parts. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking for, things that are equal. When they're equal, it means they're the same. Okay, so it also says that I can model with math, and we're going to make some models, and then there's some models already used or put together for us on our page. Okay, so let's look at our talk bubble today. It says, draw a line inside the blue circle to show two parts that are the same size. Then it says to draw a line inside the yellow circle to show two parts that are not the same size. So on this circle, we're going to draw a line that shows two parts that are the same size. And on this one, we're going to draw a line that shows two parts that are not the same size. Okay, so let me stick that here for you. You can see there. Get a little bit closer. There you go. And let's grab a marker, a pen. Okay. So let's talk about something that's the same size. So I have this blank white piece of paper, okay? I can hold it this way, or I can hold it this way, okay? But I'm choosing to do this way. So if I want to fold this so that it shows two equal shares, I would very carefully fold it in half and line up my corners perfectly. And then I kind of hold that right there and pinch a crease here. Okay. And when I open this up, it's going to show two equal shares. Okay, and that's what we're going to do to our circle here. Now, I'm not measuring, so I'm going to get as close as possible to make it look like two equal shares. Okay, so I could do any kind of straight line. Okay, I could go vertical, horizontal, diagonally, the other diagonal. Either way, just so I draw a line that makes that circle have two equal parts. Okay, so I'm just going to go across, and I'm going to kind of get where I think is about the middle, and I'm going to make my line go straight across right there. So you can see that I've divided that circle into two equal halves. Okay, may not be exact, but it's pretty close. Okay, so this time in the yellow circle, we're going to divide it so that it is not in two equal halves. Okay, so again, you can do horizontal, vertical, diagonal, however, okay, it just needs to be a straight line. So I'm going to do this one like this. Okay, so this one, if we look at our line, we can see we have about the same amount of circle on the top as we have on the bottom. But when we look at this one, we have a much larger piece of our circle here than we do here. So this one is not divided into equal halves, but this one is, okay? And that's the kind of stuff that we're going to look at to make equal shares, okay? And a share is a part. All right, so if you'll flip your page back and find those green boxes, we'll work through those. Okay. All right, so up at the top, you can see we've got another circle here, and this time we have a green one, and it's divided into more than two equal shares, okay? You can have as many shares as possible as long as you can make them equal. Then it would fit the rule of having an equal share. No, Lily's trying to jump in my lap. No. Okay. All right, so let's look at our little talk bubble. It says shapes can be divided into parts or shares, okay? Sometimes the shares are equal. So if we look at this one, we can see, if you think about the last math paper that you did, or maybe the second to the last, you had a yellow circle, and then you had the shape that looked like this. And you had to tell how many of those it would take to make that yellow circle. So that's kind of the same shape that we're looking at right here. They've got, you had to use 4 of those, and they've got 4 equal shares inside of this circle. And sometimes a circle can have shares that are not equal. And if we look at this, it's kind of an orangey color. If we look at this one, we can see that these 4 parts are not equal shares, okay? So look at your third box. It says, which shows 2 equal shares, okay? And they've already circled it for us, so that makes it easy to see. But if you pretend that circle's not there, if you look at the orange one, you can see that each side of that line has about the same amount of space on either side of it. But if you look at the blue one, we can see there's a small share up top and a larger share at the bottom. So the orange one is our one that shows 2 equal shares, okay? And we would tell in our blank here that it has 2 equal shares. Okay. All right, let's look at our last box, which shows 4 equal shares. Now, again, they've circled it for you, but let's look at what they've circled. So they circled the yellow one, the yellow rectangle. And if you look inside of that rectangle, you can see they drew a line that went horizontal, and they drew a vertical line. And each of those 2 lines divided that one rectangle into 4 shares. And if you look at each of those shares, you can see that they are the same size. Okay, let's look at our green one. Again, just like our blue one, we have a small share at the top and we have a large share at the bottom. So the yellow one is the one that is divided into equal shares. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's divided into 4 parts. So it has 4 equal shares. Okay. All right, let's look at the do you understand, show me. It says, is this shape divided into equal shares? And explain how you know. Well, again, we have a rectangle, okay? And it has a diagonal line going through it. When you look at that, I want you to think, does this part at the bottom look like it's the same size or equal to the part at the top? Okay. If there's someone sitting near you, you can explain that to them and tell them how you know, okay? All right. So let's look at your guided practice. It says decide if each picture shows equal shares, then circle yes or no. So the first thing you're going to do is look at the shape. So for number 1, they've given us a rectangle. They've drawn one vertical line down the center of that rectangle, okay? So it made 2 equal shares. We can see that those pieces are the same size. So on this one, I would circle yes. Okay, let's try number 2 together, even though they didn't do it with you, okay? So number 2 is another rectangle, and it has a share here, a share here, a share here, and a share here. Now remember, when you have equal shares, they're the same on both sides, okay? Or if you have more than 2 pieces, every piece is the same, no matter how many pieces, how many shares you have, okay? So when you look at that, do those have equal shares? No, they don't. This one is much larger and this one is teeny tiny, okay? So I would circle no on this one, okay? And you're going to continue to do 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then before you move on to what I'm getting ready to go over, have someone check that to make sure that your answers are correct so that you know you're doing your math the right way. Okay, I'm going to flip it like a pancake, and I'm going to go over with you what you'll do. Remember, you aren't going to do this until you've gone back and finished the guided practice on the other side and have someone check it. And actually, I'm going to hold this a little bit closer. All right, so it says, write the number of equal shares in each shape. If the shapes are not or the shares are not equal, write 0, okay? So you're going to look at the shape. Does it have equal shares? If it does, you're going to write how many equal shares it has. If it does not have equal shares, you're going to write 0, okay? You'll do that for number 7 all the way through 14. On number 15, it says higher order thinking. It says to draw a square, a circle, or a rectangle. So you're going to do either a square or a circle or a rectangle. You don't have to do all 3, just pick one, okay? Divide your shape into equal shares. Then write the number of equal shares in your shape. Okay, so you're going to pick a shape, square, circle, or rectangle, draw it in this box, then draw lines to make it have equal shares, and then write how many equal shares you made on the line here, okay? And be sure when you take your picture that you get up as close to your paper as you can without cutting off any of your answers, and take your picture and you'll upload this to the second page of the template that I put on for you. Okay, I'm going to lift that up and turn over, and you should be looking at the side that has the bright colored shapes at the top, and it's page 820. Okay. All right, so this one you're going to just solve each problem below. Number 16 says, number 16? Yes. Number 16 says, Matt makes a flag with 4 equal shares. Which flag did he make? Circle the correct flag. So Matt made one of these flags. The flag that Matt made has 4 equal shares. So you're going to circle either the red flag or the green flag to show which one Matt made. Okay. Number 17 says, be precise. When we're being precise, that means we're being exact. Okay. Ruth picks a flag with equal shares. Which flag did she pick? Circle the correct flag. So you're going to look at the yellow colored one and the blue colored one and pick the one that Ruth circled, or which one Ruth picks, and circle it. Okay. You're looking for the one with equal shares. Number 18 says higher order thinking. It says 4 students share a pizza. Each pizza slice is the same size. Draw a picture of the pizza the students share. So you're going to draw a pizza here. 4 students share it. They each get the same size slice. So you're going to draw lines to divide that pizza into 4 equal shares. So I can see what your pizza looks like here. Okay. And then the last one, number 19, it says which square does not show 4 equal shares. Remember, it says which square does not show 4 equal shares. So you're looking for the one that doesn't show 4. Remember that, 4 equal shares. Okay, have fun.